Hey, what's up everyone? I'm recording from my new iPhone Max 12 Pro, which is fantastic camera, okay? And I'm in a car is stationary, so don't worry about it. Now, I went through a storytelling course, and this is something I have to share with you, how useful it is. Now, just remember, you're never wrong when you say that the world will not end, and don't bet against humanity. Now, 12 years ago, I was an investment counselor, and when Lehman went bust, I was handed the task of actually reassuring most of the people, the clients that we deal with, that things will be fine and money is protected. After all, it's fiat money, right? You can print as much as you can. So it was very unfortunate that a lot of people sold their stocks and their bonds right at bottom. Can you imagine a AAA rated bond like ANZ was selling at 76 cents to a dollar, 80 cents to a dollar? You could not find a single counterparty that's willing to bid for it. So going forward to 2009 February, the Dow was probably down about 60%, the S&P 500 was down about 60% as well. I had to give a talk to a speech. So it's surrounded by about 50 investors, and I was on stage. I was protected by 5 guards, Cisco guards at that time, and feelings were there was a lot of anxiety. And what I had to do was to explain to investors that the clients that because I was an investment counselor, I was a head of investment counselor, I have to tell clients that you got to hold on, because it's no good selling things at 50-60% down, especially if the company is good, right? So emotions ran high, and most of the people say, why are you so sure the world is not ending? Because I see that this company is going bust, and you know, there's run on banks. And so I say, number one, I think for the first time they're printing money, and its monetary policy is going on. You're printing as much as you can. It's fiat money, it's not pegged to gold, so it's as much money as they can. Technically, they can print as much as they want. And for countries that issue bonds in their own currency, like US dollar, US issuing US dollar bonds, Euro bonds, you can print as much as you can. You will never default. Just keep the interest rates low. Now, the other thing I want to say is that at that point, something came to my mind. Kept saying, the world will not end. Don't worry about it. And if it ends, a lot of people will be affected, just like you. And I was thinking, if it ends, 50% chance of it, if it ends, I wouldn't have a job, I would not be around working. But if you are right, if I'm right, and you put money into the stock market at the bottom, you have made a lot of money, right? So I'm not saying put all your life savings, borrow a lot of money and put it in. Nothing is for sure in investments. Look, got to do your own homework. But if you're right, you are very right. Okay, you make a lot. And that day, that year, I bought a property. I was on shopping. If I had more than, you know, I just had whatever money I could save, I just put into the stock market. So the world will not end. And years later, Howard Marks said exactly the same thing. Howard Marks of Oak Tree. Look, the world will not end. You make a decision, you went in to buy, and if you are wrong, it wouldn't matter, because all investors would have gone bust if it really did end. And we survived World War I and World War II and so many pandemics. But if it's right, you have made a lot of money, became a hero. So that was that year in 2009 that I realized that investing is more important. The knowledge to invest is more important than the job, the work. The skill to invest is incredible, and a lot of it is temperament. So going forward we have a lot of mini crises like PIGS, right? Euro crisis in 2011, oil and gas crisis in 2015. So then we had a pandemic like nothing we've seen before, and you know, Mark Twain says history doesn't repeat, it rhymes. And this is even worse, right? If the government had not stepped in, And again, even then, when the economy shuts down, we have like 1.6 million people dying so far. It did not end, and checks came into everybody's pockets, and of course, a lot of companies almost went bust. But remember, it's fiat money, and you can print as much as you can to help the everybody's gets a pay, and you know, and a lot of money went into the stock market, because if you got to pay, you're staying at home. What do? You open a TD Ameritrade Robinhood account and you buy stocks, buy Bitcoin. And so this time around, the stock market did even fall 36%. So always remember, when markets are very high, S&P 500 is all-time high, reduce your leverage, reduce your beta, okay? And you know, those who are not leveraged, keep about 10-20% cash. And when the stock markets fall to about 150 days moving average or more, just buy more. And when S&P 500 is 20% corrected already from the peak, you should be holding only 5% cash and then hang on for a dear life. And if you pick the right companies, it will be fine. Okay, or you buy an ETF, you buy a fund, you should survive. Okay, I like to buy companies that I use their products, B2C stuff. If I use Johnson & Johnson, I'll buy the stock. Or if I eat Shake Shack, love the burgers, I'll buy Shake Shack or Starbucks, right? So KFC, I'll buy Yum. So these are the things I tend to do. If I don't buy stuff that I don't understand, and don't use their products, mining companies, don't understand about it. All right, so there is it. This is a quibble, a little bit of a truth, a story to share with you, that the world will not end. That's all for now.